Hi, everybody. It is the spiritual light passing through Pat, and I am back at you with another video. Today, we're going to deal with a subject that I think that the nation needs to deal with, and that is judgment. And I'm not talking about the judgment that the Most High has for all of us, but the judgment that we have for one another. We, as a group of people, we tend to judge each other so harshly at times, it's not even funny. You don't know enough about most of the people that you are judging to be even having anything to say. But the moment that someone turns the tables upon you, you feel put upon. You feel like it's unfair. But you don't feel that it's unfair when you take it upon yourself to judge another person. We also want to feel important in this walk. We want to feel like we are part of it in some type of way, and you are a part of it. This is it. Us in this walk tends to remind me of a parent that loves their children. There's the Most High is this parent that loves all his children. And all of us are vying for his attention, but we tend to want to put him in a box of like human beings and think that he doesn't love us all equally. Okay? He loves us all equally. He has different jobs for a lot of us. Some of us know what they are, some of us don't. Some of us really don't understand that there will be no jobs aired to people until his son returns. Okay? Some of us automatically think I have a high position with the Most High because of this, this, and this, and this, and that. Honestly, none of us have a position with the Most High on any level. You know what I mean? I hear people say, oh, I'm a priest of Melchizedek. No, you're not. And I'll tell you why. The last time I checked, and from what I read, all the priests of Melchizedek are chosen and assigned by his son himself. And last time I checked, I did not see him come down here and name anybody at all. Right now, all of us are just literally vying to qualify to be a part of his kingdom. That's all we trying to do. And we are really kind of late in the game with learning what we're learning and reading the books that we're reading and getting the understandings that we're getting reprovals from the books that we are reading about some of our own personal behaviors, that we have so much work to do. We don't have time to judge one another or say, I'm going to be in this position in the kingdom and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. You don't know what you're going to do. You don't know where you're going to become, where you're going to be at the end of the day. None of us do. I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is that all I'm trying to do is get myself together while I still have time. Try to pull my life together. Try to raise my kids right. You understand? Try to make some wrongs right while I still have breath in this body to do so. And that takes an everyday thing. That takes a long time to do. And we don't have a lot of time. And so many of us are out here judging one another, saying this and this and that about people you don't even know. I'm quite sure I have people judging me right now over what they think they see and what they think they may know about this or that. You understand what I'm saying? And you have no clue about who I am. One thing I've noticed about us as Israel, our people have the three B's, the two B's going on with them. Broke and bougie. And I've seen it inside of the churches and Christianity, the attitudes we carry as if we know where we're going. I told you in the other video, just because you have a nice car and a decent job and you take care of your kids and you do everything that you think is right, don't mean you got literally a straight shot into heaven. You don't. Because all you're doing is taking care of yourself. All of that is self. That has nothing to do with other people and who you come in contact with. And that's something that we are judged upon. It's who we come in contact with and how we treat them and the things that we do for people who don't have as much as us. Are you doing it to be seen? Are you doing it because you love the person? Are you doing it because you care? You understand what I'm saying? Taking care of your kids and having a nice car and yoga, that's you. You doing stuff for you and yours. And that's beautiful. But if you don't have the means to step outside of yourself and help other people, then I understand that. But you do have the means to watch what you think and what you say about other people. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. About how we actually treat our neighbors. How do we actually judge one another in our families? You understand? We literally sit here. Our parents judge. We judge our sisters, brothers, uncles, cousins, everything. And you really don't know backstories about stuff. You get on team such and such because they told you a certain situation, and you don't have even enough evidence really to be on anybody's team. But yet you're there running your mouth in conversations you know nothing about. Sometimes we have to excuse ourselves out of that and tell people, look, I don't have enough evidence to be able to say one way or the other. And I'm going to recuse myself from this whole entire, confusion. You can't recuse yourself. I was telling you about, I don't care. This ain't got nothing to do with me. It's a mess and I don't want no parts of it and know how to back up and walk away. Some of us don't know how to do that. Some of us live for that drama. We live for it, honey. We down the street in other people's business, don't know nothing about what's going on with them. We think we know about our neighbors, about who walks in and out their house. That's somebody living for drama. That's not something the Most High wants us to be taking part of, because you have to be judged on that. And honestly, I know for a fact I got a ton of crap that I'm going to be judged upon. I don't need to add anything else to the list, okay? Nothing else to the list. But us as black folks, we quick to tear each other down, slow to build each other up. I'm sorry, we are. I've seen it. Everybody wants to be a manager on a job till you got to be the manager. I've been a manager many years, okay? And I've been a manager over people who do not look like me, all right? Who feel like they can do a better job than me. And it's always my own who give me the worst problems. Because they think, because I'm in this position, that somehow, the world is easy for me. Because I'm in that position and they're in a lower position than me. When I am dealing with the higher ups, I am nothing other than the person that everything gets blamed on. But you think for sure, because I come to work with a smile on my face and I say hello and I ask you to do certain things and you go roll your eyes and upset at me because you think, oh, she thinks she's somebody. No, I'm trying to do my job to keep them off your behind. But if you knew how much crap I was taking to cover people who are underneath me and fight for people underneath me, you will keep your mouth closed. But most people don't do that. And that's what people do in the nation. I'm a priest of Melchizedek. Okay. I don't know who elected you to that position. But whatever you say, bro. You understand? That doesn't give you the right to beat down somebody else because they introduce information. Okay? New information. Everybody is vying to qualify. Right now, we are a group of people who are sharing information. All of the big brothers, Big Judah, Abdullah said, they are just sharing information. Never once have I heard them say, I am a priest of anything. They just said, look, I read this book. There's something you might want to check out while you all are on your walk. Here's something else that you might want to take with you while you're walking. That's it. That's all. Nobody has the fullness of anything because there's no way we possibly could. The levels of intelligence that this stuff is getting ready to go into, Even some of us who are highly educated in complex areas are going to have problems digesting some of the information that we are getting. So I don't have the ability to tell you what position I'm going to be in the Most High's area. I'm sorry, I can't do that. All right? I'm sitting here with 3 damn degrees underneath my belt, and I'm telling you, I am having problems at times digesting the things that I'm reading. So, how could anyone have the fullness of the Most High? I don't know, but okay. The big manager in this is his son. We are here just trying to qualify to even be in the group with the likes of Peter and Paul and Timothy, and we just we can't. You don't even understand. We just trying to get in the room with the brothers. We trying to understand what all the things that went on, what we need to do to get right, and now the other side that is coming in is the spiritual side. Okay, the spiritual side of this is the real going in and looking deep at ourselves. Going deep. And a lot of us ain't ready to go deep because we so busy being broke and bougie of who this and who that and who ain't and this what. You accuse people of things, you have no evidence. I work in the area of law. That's called hearsay. Hearsay means absolutely nothing. All it will do is get you cussed out by a judge. And then if I think my big brother is anything like I think he is and how I've read on the day of judgment, that's something that you really don't want happening to you. For you to be put in your place about what you think you know. You know nothing. None of us know anything. What we think we know is the equivalent of what a toddler knows. If your 2-year-old stood up and told you, I know the secret to life, you would stop dead in your tracks. Really, kid? You ain't been here long enough. I know how to live your life. I know how to run this house, Dad, at 2 years old. I could do you at 2. You gonna laugh at him, ain't you? That's the same way the Most High laughs at us when we think we know we got the fullness of the gospel. That's the equivalent of the 2-year-old telling you he can run your house. Stop it. Stop wanting to be so important in this walk amongst your brothers and sisters. Because I read some of my comments and I just shake my head sometimes and I'm saying to myself, here we go. I understand a lot of us were not made to feel important as children. We don't feel important on our jobs. We don't feel important in our relationships. We don't feel important in our relationships just with family members. They put us down and make us feel like crap. So we got to find some place for us to feel like we somebody instead of realizing that I'm a child of God. That means I'm automatically somebody. I don't need these people's approval. I don't need nobody to tell me nothing. But we got to feel important. So we got to sit up here and ease ourselves into places and say who we is and who we not and what we know and what we don't. We got to prove to people about what we know. I don't know nothing. I really don't. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know anything. All I know is when I am in a area of spirit and I want to share something with my brothers and sisters, I can share it with you. I can make somebody understand and relate what I'm talking about. And they may not have been able to voice it to somebody in their family, but through here, they might be able to jive. We can relate right here. We right here in this video. But we're so busy wanting to be somebody important. And then you forget that action right there, from what I have read, is something that Mozart can't stand. You want to be someone important to lord over somebody. You want to be a co-manager someplace. That's what you're saying when you say, I have a high position someplace, or I'm this or that. You want to be somebody dictating over someone else, and that is not something that's going to be allowed in the kingdom when it comes. So what are you trying to be? What are you doing? What are you practicing? Lording over someone? We don't lord over nobody. Even the Most High gonna say, I don't lord over you. You do you, and you have to deal with the repercussions and the consequences of what you do. He's very hands off. He's not standing over you, micromanaging you. And some of us want to micromanage others in the nation, and that's something that he's told you. I'm not big on that. I'm not no respecter of persons. Who are you? I want you to stand up and be the God you are, because that's how we gonna look at you, and that's how I'm gonna judge you. As an individual, I'm not going to judge you as a group with some friends. You're going to be right here by yourself talking to me and explaining to me all of this crap that you've been doing. All of the things that you thought that you were okay, because what we don't realize is that we're all connected. All the things that we say connect to each other. When that big blow up happened inside the nation, a lot of people were affected. A lot of people were hurt. Me personally, I cried about that because I did not like what I was seeing. I was happy to have a group of people I could come together with. But to see that blow up happen, and how nasty it was, it just saddened my soul. I wasn't happy about that situation. I don't think anybody in the nation was. It was a very sad situation. Whether I care for somebody or not, and their personality makes no difference. That's still my brother. You understand what I'm saying? I saw some issues there that need to be addressed, and I'm still going to pray for that man. But I'm not going to sit here and talk about the brother. You understand what I'm saying? You have to let some stuff go. But so many of us want to be so important. It's just a necessary. I got to be there. I'm going to be there. You don't know you're going to be nothing. You might be at the bottom of the totem pole, because I don't like folks like that. He didn't come and talk to some of the most important people in the world. He talked to the lowest of the low. Many of us are very well off as far as black people are concerned today. And I know it. Many of us came from the church, and we saw that was not working real well for us. And we chose to come into a whole nother area and walk. And it made sense to us to be able to break away from the church and come into this area. And it has been working for many of us. But on a day-to-day basis, many of us are in very good situations. We own our own homes. Some people own multiple properties. Some people are doing pretty well in the nation, quiet as kept, okay? And you know what I'm saying? The Most High, we would be considered those people who are well off, okay? But you forget who most came here and he was around the most. The people who had nothing, the homeless, the prostitutes, the drug dealers, the people who were unsavory characters. And then there's some of us inside the nation that have changed our unsavory ways. We got ex-drug dealers, burglars. We got ex-stick-up men all up in here. Okay? All up in here. Some of them are some of your teachers. They might not say nothing, but they may be some of your teachers. They turned their life around, got married, had kids, and bought homes, and they understand. They spent time in the prison, all kinds of stuff. Some of them are your teachers. How you going to judge them because of the life that they led? Those are the people that the Most High came and sat with, talked with, chilled with. He wasn't really chilling with people who didn't have a lot of things going on with them. Okay? He went to people where the problems really were. Because people like us who have our stuff together were the main ones standing in judgment of them. Look at that hooker. Look at her. Watch her come out the house. Look at her going to the next car and the next car and the next car. That was us. See, I really do see how The generation that was inside of the wilderness had to keep going in a circle and a circle until they all died off. And how all of us are back, because I see them same emotions and them same attitudes alive and kicking in the nation, baby. I see them. That mixed multitude, I see them all in the nation. Then there's a small group of us that are moving on, but the ones that's on the outside that we leaving behind, that hurts my heart to see them left behind. Once again, they gonna get caught up and have to be in the wilderness. But this time, Moses gonna pick them up and say, 1,000 years, I'm gonna get y'all together. Y'all gonna have to go to reform school a little bit. But y'all gonna get another chance at this. But at the end of the day, I look at all of those groups and I see the judgments, and point your finger, who ain't this and who ain't that and who we're going to heaven and who. You have no heaven, no hell, no key, no lock. Shut your mouth talking of things you know nothing about. Because I'm sorry, I've had dreams of where those dark places are, and angels tell me, keep moving, don't look over there, it has nothing to do with you, you don't want to go there. Keep moving. Keep moving. You got other things to do. And black people being black people, let me see what's going on. What's going on over there? We nosy. We too damn nosy for our own good. We so nosy in other people's business. It's like our own soul salvation takes up majority of anybody's day. For you to get past your mommy issues, your daddy issues, grandma issues, all of those things take up most of your lifetime on this planet. We got people with abandonment issues going on. We got all kinds of things that those abandonment issues mess with people's relationships, their marriages, all kinds of things. The ways they raise their children. And you mean to tell me you got time to worry about who hell going somewhere across the street with somebody across the street? Who's going to hell of your neighbor across the street? You got time for that when you got all these issues going on with you in the background. We need to stop this. We need to stop this today. If you know that you go around looking for drama, you need to start talking to the Most High today and ask Him to take that spirit off of you, that gossiping demon up off of you, okay? That looking for other trouble in other people's backyards off of you. Because 9 chances out of 10, you have so much stuff you need to be working on. You don't have the time for what you're doing right now, okay? Because what you don't understand is that if we didn't have to work, wonder about how we gonna eat, wonder about what roof we gonna have over our head, the only thing that we would be doing on this planet is getting our crazy asses together. We be working on them abandonment issues. We be working on why is it I don't understand why my mama did this to me and my father did this to me and why I'm the way that I am. Why I can't give up this alcohol. Why I can't give up this and that. See, that's all you would have time to do. And that's exactly what Moses is coming here to do. That's exactly what the Father's Son is coming here to do. Give us time to get ourselves together so we can climb up that ladder and go see our Father. We can't go see our Father with all of this garbage going on inside of us. We cannot. Okay? Just like you don't like nobody coming to your house bringing bad news and dumping off sour grapes and things in your house when you in a good mood. What makes you think our Father want to hear all of the crap and bring all of that crap upstairs where He living at with Him? Okay? You got to think about this. If we didn't have all responsibilities of this life, all we would have to do is work on our own salvation and dealing with what's really wrong with our weird, crazy asses. I'm sorry. Then that's going to take up a lifetime to do. You would have to be sitting and talking to major masters every day to work through that. So when would you have time to find out who's a priest of Melchizedek, who is doing this, who's going to hell over here, who's reading what book over there that's going to make them go to hell? Why would you have time for that? You wouldn't. You would be too busy worrying about what is going on with you. Because it will be so many things coming up and you vomiting up and you having to come to, you know what I'm saying, make amends with, and relationships mending, relationships leaving. You wouldn't have time for the garbage and the drama of somebody else's life, nor be able to say one way or the other how you feel about it, because you like, look, I got too much stuff going on my own plate. I ain't got time to be bothered what's going on with that woman across the street. I got my own mess over here that's overwhelming me. Y'all, see you later. Do you understand? That's all I'm trying to say to y'all, brothers and sisters. Let's put to bed on our own, without Mota being here, the judgments of others. It's not getting us nowhere. It's making rifts in the nation. It's making people feel like, I can't talk to these people. I talk to these people crazy. They start quoting Bible verses and going off. It's like, look, it's wonderful you know the Bible verses. It's beautiful that you can do certain things. But everybody in this nation is not like that. Some people in the nation are like me, regular folks that's just trying to find their way to do the right thing, to try to understand why they are here. All they want to do is get back to their father, because they remember the time where they were loved so much, and then all of a sudden they're here in this world where once upon a time mama and daddy were happy and great, and you know what I'm saying, and I was a baby and I was around my aunties and uncles and everybody was happy to pass me around and all this other stuff, and then all of a sudden as I got older the smiles turned into frowns, and all of a sudden everybody's, you know, I'm a problem more than I am a you know what I'm saying, that I'm a good kid, and now I'm more of a burden than I am a joy in somebody's life, and now I'm getting slapped upside the head because mom is overstressed, or I'm getting left at granny's house all the time because mom and dad trying to find themselves. All of these things happen to you, and there are things, these types of things have made you into the person that you are right now, and there's issues in those situations. Huge issues that you got to deal with. Issues that have turned you into this person or that person, all because everything changed when you left out of your creator's presence and then ended up on this planet, and all you have known since then is mama's working, daddy's working, everybody's mad, everybody's tense, and I gotta go to school and I hate the school that I go to. People don't like my skin color, don't understand what's going on all around me, and this has been my existence for years. It's been my parents' existence for years. I don't even understand why my mom and daddy ain't together. They seem like nice people, but every time they get around each other, they you understand what I'm saying? And then everybody wants to blow up on me, and I got nothing to do with none of this. My mama's crying. I want to help her. I want to get a little job so she can stop crying, and no matter how much I try, I'm so small as a child, I can't change her tears. My dad, you know what I'm saying, he's out here, he walked out, and he's in the street wondering, how am I supposed to take care of this woman and this kid? Let me go rob somebody. Let me go, sell some drugs and end up in jail for 5 to 10 years. I don't see my daddy for 5 to 10 years. Now I'm out here with me and my mom's by myself. My mom's under all this stress. She got to take drugs. And then now all of a sudden she ain't the mama I used to know. Now she a streetwalker out here strung out, and I'm by myself with my little brothers and sisters trying to raise them. Or either none of that had to happen. Mom and daddy just split up. Dad started liking somebody else outside the relationship, started taking mom for granted, and then all of a sudden, I'm left at granny's house. Ain't nobody raising me. And I'm mad as hell. Ain't nobody asking me how I'm doing. These are things that people have to deal with. Those children that were left in those situations are still those children left in those situations in the past, that you and I have to go back to those areas and grab those children of ourselves, those different small smidgets of ourselves that were left in the past. Go grab them by the hand and say, it's okay. This ain't your fault. And love on our wounded little selves and spirits and bring them out of them situations. Because many of us, because of the situations that our parents have put us in, and we judge them very harshly because we see them and, you was my mom. They were once just young people in a relationship that went south, and no one understood why. Not even the two people on the inside, because they were young and did not know what they were doing. And you judge your parents harshly, but you don't see them as you see yourself in relationships. When you choose to do something different in your relationship, you don't see your mom as yourself. You see your mama and your daddy knowing better than you. You had a kid. There's many of you all that have kids too, and you chose, some of you all chose to stay with the person you had kids with and make it work. You didn't do what your parents did because you saw what it did to you. Hooray, you corrected something. But that doesn't change the fact that your mama or your daddy may be some real sour ass people, and they do say crazy stuff to this very day. Have you, every time you turn around, they make it criticizing remarks against your other half or your wife or your husband, because they had a relationship that didn't work out for them. So they want to smack you upside the head, okay? Because they mad and they jealous and they don't know how to say, I'm so happy somebody loves my child. I wish somebody loved me like that. But instead, they know how to spit out venom to try to ruin your relationship. And when you see that, you need to say, you know what, Mom, I love you. Whether Daddy loves you or not, I love you. But what we not going to do today, I'm not going to be your whooping boy, your whooping girl. I'll come see you another time when you're feeling in a better mood. And kiss him on the head and go home, baby. Because that's their thing they need to work out. I don't want to let this video go too long. But I just want to talk to y'all about judgment, because we do judge way too harshly. We do. And we forget to understand that people are human. We all at one point, including our parents, really bad with them. They had no way of being able to see. At least we are a generation that is, all this information is being put out here to us, and we're being able to see what has happened over the years to place our group of people in this predicament. They didn't know. They were going through it the best way they knew how. They had no idea. You understand? So we're going to have to forgive them, because when they do stand in front of the Most High, He's not going to be he may be understanding, but He's also going to give some tongue lashing there, because we were souls as children that were given to them as we were supposed to be guardians. They were guardians to us, and they were responsible for our upbringing. And the things that they did, they will be judged on. And it will be harsh, because you know He gonna say, you abandoned that baby, and that was your responsibility. And He was like, but you don't know what was going on. Oh, I do know what was going on. Before that child was your child, it was my child. Could you imagine that conversation? Child, give your parents some slack. They don't get enough of a real tongue lashing when that time comes. Trust me. And stop being so judgmental, y'all, against each other. Stop vying for positions that no one has given you yet. Do you understand what I'm saying? Stop. Cause like I said, everybody want to be the manager till they got to be the manager. Everybody want to be a priest of Melchizedek till somebody got to die. Because all the priests of Melchizedek, majority of them had to die. And they didn't die peacefully at home in the midst of their family. Many of them died horrible deaths. Our brother died a horrible damn death. Okay, I'm sorry. Being stuck on, impaled on a pole is not cool at all. Hung upside down, the different disciples. Baby, come on now. Everybody want to be a priest. Looks like everybody want to be black until somebody got to be black for real, and go to jail, get shot, all kind of crazy stuff. Everybody wants to be black till it's time to be black. Everybody wants to be a manager till it's time to be the manager. And then when you find out what the manager got to do, then you want to back out. Let's just stop. We all just trying to qualify as best as we can to even just be included in the pickup at this point. Okay? See y'all. See you guys next time. Bye bye.